little bit of he.
The answer is no.
Finally, a chicken I could put my blessing behind. Say yes to Pope Yes Chicken, the official chicken of Pope Abaiga. The only chicken you'll need for your salvation. Even that Shlomo guy likes it.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
Say yes to Pope Yes. It's heavenly.
Back in the day, these guys worshipped a violent god called Landru, who suppressed their creativity until Kirk figured out it was actually a computer. These knuckleheads went back to worshipping Landru.
Don't make me paradox you into destroying yourself. This is literally the exact thing Captain Kirk taught you.
Well, I like purging people during the Red Hour. I'm going to keep doing it.
Dude.
Yeah, I know. It's always weird revisiting planets from the TOS era. You know, Spock, Scotty, those guys.
Get destroyed by a gangster of Triskelion or whatever. Pathetic little flying hammer thing.
Well, Wesley Crusher worked with his mom. Maybe everybody will be cool about it. You said Wolf 359 was an inside job?
How to decorate the captain's yacht.
If changelings aren't real, the Dominion War didn't happen.
Titan is also within range. Boimler?
I thought the Enterprise was strong. We thought you were the Enterprise.
Hacklids?
Guys, right here? Yep, great stopping now. You did
How much contraband have you hidden on my ship?
Double hit!
I wasn't mad that you were stealing the Sacramento promotion.
What about the needs of the many?
Party and I wasn't invited?
I'm sorry, what was that? I hate it when a ship gets repaired and comes out looking all sovereign class.
Fluidic systems and how to reroute them.
He's with the prophets now. A tribble?
Yeah, that's for personal use.
You were sort of my Chadich.
Sooner or later, I'm gonna run into you, and I'm gonna feed you to an artist. You hear me?
I'm sorry I'm late. I was watching the first Enterprise on the holodeck. You know, Archer and those guys. Those guys had a long road getting from there to here. You know, they had a little Risa.
Should we take the little Horgan? Oh, the jazz.
Feelings in castles.
You used to go on and on about Skeletor.
Feelings in hell?
I died!
Yeah, and the rest of us had to live with it.
Like sands through the hourglass. These are the days of Eternia. Are you looking for that special someone to save the world with from the evil oppressors and fascists? Do you care more about the pronouns people use instead of who they are as a person?
I use she, her pronouns, and I am
Do you feel the need to correct everyone about race and gender at all times, no matter the situation? Do you spend hours at a time screaming from your car about how unfair everything is?
Can this year get any fucking worse?
Then we have the dating app for you. Unhinged Unhitchables. Filter by pronouns, gender identity, race, fandoms, and more. Never match up with someone who will reject you because you're entitled to love too.
It's kind of hard to understand, but I'm a big lesbian.
Wank. The following video is brought to you through the generous support of viewers like you. If you like this content, then please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. And for those who are in the position to donate, this channel thanks you. And so does this orange cat.
Jason eats balls. Who is Jason? Why does he eat balls? Whose balls does he eat?
Nobody goes up trade.
Take their wheels and leave them.
Nobody goes up trade.
Take their wheels and leave them.
Hey-ho, Silver, away!
Wobble-dee, wobbling, wobble, wobble-dee, wobbling. So fat, all these dropping back. I'm your leader, phantom by the meter. Somebody point me to the
can you eat ass if there is none present? I wonder. Can somebody tell me that? How do you eat her ass if she doesn't have one? Pray tell, everyone. I am Mecca. Why am I in the dark? I'm in the dark. Because the green screen isn't up because we don't run a professional operation here. No, we do not. Where is my riding crop? Here's the good one. Here's the good one. It's time to whack some people or off some people. Whack off some people. We got a few things to talk about today. Holy crap. No more clips. I gotta find my thing. So, if you like what you see, you can grease the wheel a little bit, drop a coin in the jar. Why not?
What are they? Why are they? What do they mean?
I will shut the fuck up if you put a buck in my... No, I don't want to shut up. I want to talk about this. I don't even get the rhyme right. It's, you don't have to be a baller. Is that it? So there's a guy who begs out on the street. You don't have to be a baller. Give me a mother effing dollar. And he's like, he's all right for like singing, but I don't know. He must blow it all on drugs. Hello, Mr. MH, Australian $1 super chat. Thank you so much. Smoke something every day. I went on this one so I could have my sound effects. Didn't I?
Smoke weed every day.
So we got that going, and we got all of those. I need to change them out at some point. So how's everyone? Are we having a better day knowing that G4... I mean, is it a good or a bad thing? Like, I didn't really watch it after a while. Like, I wanted it to come back, and then when I got it, I'm like, this was best in the past. This was best in nostalgia. This was best as something that was at a specific time in my life. When I was watching, the G4 TV, when I was there watching Ninja Warrior mostly. I really liked that one. And when I would watch the reviews of stuff like Red Dead Redemption and, you had the gaming TV back when it was a little bit less easy if you didn't have the bestest internet in the world to talk about gaming TV, if you didn't have the skills, if you were just kind of... It was nice, wasn't it? Way back in 2010, a good 12 years ago. Thinking that they could come back now, in this day and age, with the internet, when if you have any production value at all, people are going to assume you're a shill. When you lack that personability, right? When you lack the anti-professionalism. This is what people go to YouTube for, because we aren't professional, because we're not ginormous corporate shills, because we're not interviewing celebrities, because we're not hanging out at premieres, because we're not having access to things. That's why you come to YouTube, and there's a few YouTubers who forgot that message. There's a few YouTubers who decided that was their way into becoming the next access media, to becoming the next, G4 doesn't need to be on TV, but we'll be that thing, and we'll have the stuff, and we'll have all of that here for you. The fake G4 was gone, nothing of value was lost, right? The G4 now is not the real G4. It came back as this zombified version of itself, didn't it? It's kind of like when You Can't Do That on Television came back for a couple of years. They had that one season, that last season, which was weird. They had all new kids except for like Alistair, who was like 2 feet taller than the rest of them. Wasn't he back on that one or something? They had like one kid from the original. But see, now you go to YouTube for that. You don't go to somebody who's clearly getting a free copy of the thing to shill for it, or who's getting to hang out with or interview the people. And there's a lot of YouTubers that got a little bit too big for their britches. There's a lot of YouTubers that forgot where their loyalty was. They built their careers on playing to, oh yes, we communicate with people, we interact with people. And then they got too big for their britches, didn't they? But we're talking about Frosk. Not everybody who's still lying to you and grifting and lying about the fact that they're not Access Media, or lying to you about the fact that... No. But no, it could have been okay. Tasty Churro, it could have been a good comeback. Their Thanksgiving special was where it peaked, and that sucks. Rusty Shackle for a $5 super chat. I see no reason why G4 couldn't have worked if they simply remembered who they were, honored and embraced their fans, and managed their budget. That's another one. I don't understand why they try to be this, oh, well, we're going to be this television production and splatter ourselves all over. That was one of their mistakes, one of their failures. We'll get to the Frosk stuff. Don't worry, I got her loaded up and ready to go. We'll just listen to her little stupid piece that they've deleted. So the whole downsizing, it wasn't over. Here we go. We got articles. We got everything here. Breaking. Comcast is shutting down G4 less than a year after the gaming network's revival. What does IGN have to say? We also have Kotaku. And we have Variety. These all came out all about the same hour. This is probably the first one. 5:05 p.m. This is breaking. And it posted at 4:47. Could have been if they had some good shows, even if Frosk... Well, you see, they could have kept Frosk, right? They could have kept Frosk, but they could have realized that, you know what, in this day and age, they could have been a little more open to the messages of what the viewers were saying. Right? And the viewers were saying, no, we want somebody who kisses the butts of the viewers. See, this is my problem. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to probably piss off half of you. Here. I am not somebody who's just going to mindlessly kiss people's butts. Right? I'm not going to be doing that. G4 TV's revival is unfortunately coming to an end. Sorry, if I'm a little bit discombobulated, I got a cold I'm fighting off again, because every month or so I've been getting a cold. That's because I moved to Vegas, and if you go around anybody ever or touch anything, that's all you're gonna get. You're gonna get, just germs, and you're gonna be exposed to everything. I've probably been exposed to the plague 14 times since I've been out here. So I'm surprised that this is as bad as it's gotten for now. Attack of the Show was super ahead of its time. They had the blueprints, but still fumbled super hard. Yeah, Attack of the Show was absolutely great. Attack of the Show is kind of like how everybody wanted a good kind of geek tech related chat show to be. It was fun. They covered a little bit of this, a little bit of that. If you didn't care about their comic segment, you could go over and watch the next one about, whatever geek music instrument they dig out of the internet, or whatever cool new console was coming out. And yeah, they had people like Zack Snyder on there sucking up and promoting movies back then. And yeah, there's always been that element of it, but that was TV, and that was what it was for. That was what it was for. Sorry, I'll try and mute if I have to cough anymore. The problem I see with stuff like this, though, is that you cannot capture lightning in a bottle more than once, right? The big downfall for me was not even before they went away, because they went away completely in 2014. It was when they kind of got moved off of the regular cable, off of some of the networks, and around the time when they lost Ninja Warrior and they lost a lot of those sort of shows, because there was like this little golden age before they ran nothing but remember before they ran nothing but cheaters for like 10 hours out of the day. They had, and before they were trying too much to be TV, right? When they were still kind of trying to be this cool thing that you would find on the internet, and you would talk to people like, oh, they would air Code Monkeys. They would air, hey, did you hear that they had a Spaceballs cartoon? It's over on G4. And you felt like you were let into this cool little thing that you weren't supposed to be watching. And then they started doing all these, and now here's a cooking competition show, and here's a this competition, and a that competition towards the end of the original cycle. Remember, it was cheaters and cops all day. See, and when it was cheaters and cops all day, that was one of the problems. That was one of the things. Don't get me wrong, those cheaters episodes were funny, especially when they stabbed the dude. But they could have come back, and they could have done little sketches. They could have uploaded a video or two as a sketch instead of these long formatted, like they were trying to fill an entire network's worth of programming into a YouTube channel. And that's not how YouTube works. Believe me, this is why my algorithm sucks, is because I do the same thing. However, I'm one person and I don't have a team of people who can manage, like, and now here's my gaming thing, and here's my this, and here's my that, and here's my... No. You get what you get because I'm a personality and I'm a bee and I know it, right? But they tried so much. And the biggest, most tone-deaf thing was when they brought in this rant, this unhinged rant that nobody wanted to hear, that was of no good to anybody, that, yeah, it went viral. It went viral. This is why I say I think that Frosk's rant might have been allowed to go viral just to save it. Because remember, they launched, and then nothing. They launched, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're back. And I never watched them. And you guys never watched them. They'll never admit the wokeness destroyed the channel. I don't think the wokeness destroyed it. I think the wokeness was the last-ditch attempt. Here's what people don't seem to understand. People go woke in a last-ditch attempt to squeeze the last bit out of it as possible. Their ratings were not good before the rant. They were getting like 30 views or so. Rob, come here. Here's where I get my backup. Rob, remember all the screenshots and all the times we were getting the X-Play footage? And we were going over to their Twitch, and they would have like 30 views. They would have my views over on Twitch. Yeah. Right? They would have like 30 replays on their VODs that are up on Twitch, right? They would have like 30 or so.
Yeah, a few.
And then the Frosk thing went up and it blew up. Mm-hmm. And then they got a little bit of viewers after that. I think they did it as a publicity stunt. I don't think that the wokeness destroyed it at all. I think this was a channel that was not doing too well to begin with, and we have the evidence and the view count to know that. So we have the view count. And the Frosk thing went through as a, well, what's it gonna hurt? What's it gonna hurt? We're struggling anyway. So the Frosk, do we want to watch it again? Do we want to watch the iconic Froskurin Rantaroonie?
Why do you have to do that to me, Macarena?
Because it's funny.
No, it's not. You
What's
didn't
it
read
called?
Feminist.
I don't want to read Feminist Lit.
No, you didn't read Feminist Lit. No. Yes, you do.
So
the face that killed 1,000 boners.
But the problem is, though, I don't think that the network went woke to go broke. I think they went woke to pander to that, just as a last-ditch attempt to say, you know what's going on?
When this originally happened, and my gaming grievance was actually going to be about Red Dead Online. So the subreddit for Red
Yeah, this is another one of these people who are like, I need attention. I want people to look at me.
Dead Online. I'm a huge Red Dead Online player. I love Red Dead Redemption 2. I think it's
But one was so much better. No Olivia or Kevin. Well, they had Kevin, though. They had Kevin for a while, and then he left. So she was going to talk about this. She was going to talk about Red Dead.
Larger discussion about Red Dead Online and that we need to have eventually about game design versus immersive experience.
And that's what you should have run with, because that's what viewers want to hear. They want to hear the gaming talk. They don't want to hear about why you're personally slighted or whatever.
Yes, you do.
Comparing the Red
If they did, I would have 7,000 people watching me.
Dead Online multiplayer experience versus the solo player.
I wouldn't. I'm one of these obscure people. I'm that cool corner that you go to that's the obscure one.
Let's play High Face.
Which one?
When you pause it.
Well, you're kind of. You want to come in on this side so you're not cutting her off, so you're not chroma keying out of the middle. I got my green screen on halfway.
Don't you dare cut me off, slow-mo. You're such a man. You're a sexist. You hate women.
Some women deserve it, though. Some women have it coming.
We do.
I actually want to talk about something so much more important than Red Dead Online.
Hold on, hit pause.
Sexism in gaming.
Hold on, wait. Can we start?
Now,
that's G4's future going down the drain.
I think this is a publicity stunt still. I've been on record saying I think this is a last-ditch thing, because this came out in, January? They launched a year ago, and nobody remembered. It kind of had a little bit of a, oh yeah, G4 is back. And then everybody forgot about it.
And then this happened, and I won't do that. Went right off a cliff.
And joining G4...
Yeah, you got the two women in the room who are hired because they're diversities.
And everybody else is like, oh,
because they're diversities, right? Okay, there's nothing wrong with being more inclusive, but if that's the only reason you're hiring these people, then find a better motivation to hire these people. Because having these hateful, either alt-right or alt-left, politicized, overly politicized people bringing their shit into the workplace, right, is a little bit irritating. Normal people don't want to hear that. Normal people don't want to hear the overly politicized stuff.
See that face right there? That face she's making right there? Good choice putting the butt plug in today.
She ain't very bangable. She's a gay. She doesn't care about you.
I'm not as bangable as Olivia Munn or Morgan Webb.
You're right, you're not. How dare you say that? You just said it.
You're the one who cares so much. You're the one who cares so much. You know what? I'm not bringing in, who am I? Whose view count would I like? I don't know.
Red letter media.
Sure. I'm not bringing in red letter media numbers. Of course, I'm also not doing the same thing as them. I mean, that's the thing.
Have you heard about the voice?
I have heard about the voice actor Bayonetta thing. Yeah, have you heard about the voice Bayonetta 3 issue with the voice actress? Yes.
Okay, now don't... okay, if they wanted to go viral, they should have... Amouranth.
And Rusty Shack, if they wanted to go viral, they should have went full Amouranth and a ball... Hot tub, piss off the SJWs with actual sexism gaming, and in doing so, remind their actual fans and viewers that G4 is back.
Okay.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing, because the actual... You're absolutely right, Rusty Shackelford. You're absolutely right. The viewers of G4... The viewers of G4, and we'll get back to the Bayonetta thing in a second here. Don't let me forget that. The viewers, and Amouranth is going to come into this later because she's going through some shit. So we're going to talk about Amouranth too in a bit here because apparently she's under control of her husband, allegedly, according to this clip where it's going around online. So she's not the one even making the calls on that one. He's like forcing her to do 24-hour live streams and shit. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's not the one behind all that. But no, they should have. That's what people were expecting with G4 was these bouncy girls in the stuff, and then they showed up, and it really wasn't that. It looked like who the new hangout group in Saints Row is. That's pretty much how everybody looked on the show. They're on hoodies. They look, they look like now modern day 20-year-old people, 20 and 30-year-olds, right? We were expecting in 2010 to see hot chicks in a bikini.
Olivia Munn in the maid outfit.
Right, or Olivia Munn in the maid outfit, eating hot dogs and stuff. We were expecting that. We come in and it's like, oh, okay, they're doing a new thing to a new audience. We all kind of went back to doing what we did. And for my gaming stuff, I still listen to the same people I listened to for years and years and years gaming. Or it's just so much easier just to go and click on Kotaku's articles myself. The Bayonetta 3 thing. I did hear about the Bayonetta 3 thing. My take on it is not popular. I don't understand why I would boycott a game because the voice actor wanted more money. I don't understand.
No, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know a whole lot about video game voice acting.
They get scale anyway. They're not treated very well.
If it's a non-union job,
yeah,
you have to go under a different name.
Yeah.
Okay. Hence the name. David Hayter, who does the voice of Solid Snake, he goes under the name Sean Barker if it's a non-union job. Same thing with a guy by the name of Cam Clark. He goes under the name James Flinders.
Yeah, so with Bayonetta, they offered the voice actress $4,000 to voice act this character.
Yeah, you can only get paid so much because those are the union rules.
So if she's union and that's how much they offered her, then I understand it. Also, I'm not a fan of the Bayonetta series. I'm not buying it anyway, one way or another. Do you want to turn on the light? It's actually getting dark.
Yeah.
10 minutes, it goes from too hot and boiling. Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, your main voice actor should be well paid and tell off about your company when you don't take care of people that's working for you. It's BS. Oh, people, this is the most super chats I've seen in, all month. So I'm not gonna be.
No, you mean voice
yeah, I don't care about rich people. I don't get paid. I don't care if people make more money on one fucking project than I see in a year.
Voice actors don't get paid.
That's where I'm at. No. She needs to count her blessings and be appreciative of the fact that she can do one job and get $4,000. I think that's where I'm at with this. She needs to be appreciative she can get $4,000. If I could get $4,000 for one acting job, I don't think I'd be complaining and telling people to boycott the game.
I mean, okay.
And she lays out the case that they made like what $400 million in sales on the game.
Yeah, but like again,
Yeah.
the union, the voice act, the union.
I know. Let's look up what are the voice actor union rules.
It's what is it? American Federation of Radio and Television Artists, I believe.
Salary. Oh, I'm on the wrong computer. Voice actor union. Stretch.
Yeah, but like I said, the voice actors, they don't get paid a whole lot. And listen, I'm not saying
Pay scale.
I'm not saying that's
SAG-AFTRA.
SAG-AFTRA, yeah.
I'm like, $37 an hour. The national hourly rate for voice actors in the United States is $37 an hour.
I mean, that's actually pretty good. That's really
That's
really
hourly.
Good. That's hourly.
Yeah. How's your SAG rate for voiceover? Here. So she actually they offered her quite well above scale. So taking care of your people kind of goes both ways. I mean, what am I gonna do? I don't like rich people because I'm not one. So,
like I said, I don't know if it's.
If she's making $4,000 for something,
I don't know. I'm not familiar with her situation.
Here you go. Session fee up to 3 voices, $889. Official voice, $289. User rate. This is as of 2020.
So, like I said, I don't know how much they offered her, if it was a union job or what, but.
Entry level $13,000 to $31,000 per year.
$31,000 per year for voice work. Listen, there's worse things you could be doing.
I mean, if she's getting paid $4,000 for one gig.
$4,000 for one gig. Okay,
a millionaire.
How long could it take to record the voices for?
I've never made $4,000 in 1 month on YouTube.
Maybe let's just say maybe a month,
ever.
Maybe a week, 2 weeks. Let's give it 2 weeks. Okay. 2 weeks probably to do all the ADR.
Well, sure, you got to do that. You got to do all those sort of voices every time you get hit, and then you got to do all those every time you're. Yeah. So she's going, I'm a classically trained voice actress, and I studied here, and I deserve more. Oh, fuck yourself. Go sit down and shut up. Don't you tell me how much I should. Seriously. Oh, you only got offered $4,000. Shut up.
But listen, it's not just video games. They also do movie.
Oh, people are probably mad about that. Yeah, I do not have a.
They do. A lot of them do movie.
She easily became $500,000 for a AAA game.
Well, okay, but depends on
how easily replaceable is she? Who the hell is she?
How notable a name you are.
That's the other thing. I never heard of her until just now.
I mean, listen. If I were to get in the voice,
how much should YouTubers be making, Brandon X? I want to know. What do you think YouTubers should be making?
She should, but again, I mean, it's not an on-camera role. Okay, it's not an on-camera role.
No one's irreplaceable. That's not true, though. I mean, if she's Homer Simpson, that's one thing, right? Yeah. If you're Homer Simpson, if you're voicing a video game, that what are Bayonetta sales? A million sales?
A lot of times, and a lot of how much you get paid comes down to your agent on what they can negotiate for you. Yeah. Hey, we got you this much up front, and we're gonna get you this much off the back end. We're gonna get you a quarter a game, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that may not sound much, but if you have a game that's selling 3 or 4 million copies, 25 cents times 3 million. What's 25 cents times 3 million? I don't know. Should she get royalties? Maybe.
Yeah,
I'd say yeah. But at the same time, like I said, if she maybe she needs a better agent.
Maybe she's too old for it.
Maybe she's.
Did you see her video going around? Maybe she can't do the voice anymore without sounding old. Because she's in her 50s now. Here.
Now, those of you who follow me on Twitter know that I'm more of a lover than a fighter, and sometimes think I'm not very much like Bayonetta at all. But
she kind of sounds like her voice might be going. So if they're going to have to do a lot of correction after the fact, then yeah. You have a great voice in the band, and that is a series part 1 and 2. I take care of her. That's bad business. Now, how much money, Brandon? Do you think how much money do you think YouTubers should be making? That's what I want to know.
Well,
how much money do you think YouTubers should be making?
Well, a lot of these people are on contract work too.
Yeah.
A lot of this is contract work.
Right. So it's contract work.
I mean, so you
Do I have a great voice? I mean, I've sung on camera, so.
I guess I am a little bit more like Bayonetta than I thought.
Well, the other thing too is we're hearing the raw audio, no enhancements.
We're hearing a raw audio of just her natural voice, not her acting. Norris, a lot of video game voice acting is so bad. It's right up there with the dumb AI as the worst parts of gaming. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. See, like most video games, I just change it over to Japanese too. She's the main character. She's in the whole game. The whole story's about her. She should be getting paid well.
Actually, no.
How much do you think YouTubers should be getting paid before I?
Actually, good.
I really want to know what you think YouTubers should be
She's
making.
not the voice worldwide for Bayonetta. They have localizations, Japanese. And
oh yeah, here's the Japanese
Korean.
voice. Yeah, so she's not even the main voice for the entire thing.
I mean, she's the main voice for the English cache.
Yeah.
But there's Japanese, there's English, there's Spanish, there's French, there's Italian, there's Swedish, there's Norwegian, there's Finn. I mean, there's localizations
Japanese
all
voice
over
actor.
the world.
Japanese voice actor. Okay, so I wonder what she got. I wonder how much she got. Because they got to pay her too.
Oh my gosh, she's so adorable.
Yeah, they have to pay her too. So, well, she's just an anime voice actress as well. So she's working all the time. She's in the Ghost in the Shell thing. She's okay. So she's very much a hard worker. Paid. How much does she get paid? I would have cost less just to pay Bayonetta's voice actor will. Refused insulting pay.
Listen, dude. I'm not gonna boycott it because I wasn't gonna.
That's the thing. I'm not gonna boycott it because I wasn't buying it anyway.
It doesn't affect. It really doesn't. It's a.
This is why I didn't do a video on it.
Her voice is not going to. So she signed Bonita Games. What Bonita?
Her voice is not going to, so she signed into Bonita Games. She's an amazing. How much do you think YouTubers make or should be making? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know because I don't know how much they make, and I'm just going by the fact that I've never made $4,000 in a month. So
okay, you know what? I'm gonna tell you.
And if she's doing one voice for one game, that's probably taking her a week.
I'm gonna tell you something right now that. If there was a football player named, and you younger guys, might be from the name Joe Namath, the first day at camp.
How much did you get paid to narrate a whole book?
I got paid. I'd rather not say.
Well,
it wasn't much.
But less than this.
Yes.
Yeah, you got paid less than that.
A lot less than that.
Yeah.
I'd rather not say. So that was to narrate a book. So.
I didn't get paid for the book at all. I didn't even get a free copy of the damn thing.
Guy by the name of Joe Namath. Okay.
I'm on it.
Joe Namath. Football player, New York Jets, Super Bowl III. Great player. He walked into Jets training camp first day. The trainer said, son, I want you to tell you this one thing. This is a cold-blooded business. As sure as you're walking through that door replaces somebody one day is going to walk through that door and replace you. So you know what? Nobody's irreplaceable. So think about that, you know?
All right. Well, I was going to go back to her... where was it? We were listening to her throw a temper tantrum over it. On Twitter. So she's basically telling you to boycott it.
7.5 years.
Where is it?
Bayonetta franchise.
See, if I did something like this, people would throw me out of the community. This is why I'm like, you know what? Y'all's takes are so wishy-washy. If I said, you know, I'm not paid enough, you would throw me off of YouTube.
Well, Brandon X.
Seriously, if I got, yeah. So how much do you think a YouTuber should be
Brandon
making?
X, I agree with you.
You still haven't answered me.
Brandon X, I agree with
you.
you.
How much do you think I should be making? That's what I want to know.
Brandon X, I agree with you. She should be paid well. However, if this is what...
made an approximated
She went on Twitter and trashed the company.
If this is what...
So you guys are okay with that now? Because like the last time I said something that trashed people. Go ahead.
Like I said, you know, I agree she should be paid more. But if this is what the union rules say, then you know what? It's... I mean, like I said, we don't know what... Is this what the company offered her? Is this what the union said she can be paid? Is this what...
$150 million. That's not including merchandise.
Is Bayonetta merchandise?
As an actor,
I don't know.
trained for a total of 7.5 years. 3 years at the London Academy of Music.
Well, maybe you could train yourself to speak a little bit faster, because then you get to the point a little quicker, and then we could get over this already, so we can know why you're so mad that 1 week's worth of work is not worth your time, and you had to go and trash your entire former company and boss.
Maybe.
And if I did that, I would be thrown off the internet. But no, if somebody else does it, then they get all the support and praise from everybody online.
The other thing she
Dramatic Art Lambda, with voice coach Barbara Barkery, and 4.5 years with the legendary Larry Moss in Los Angeles.
all people I've never heard
People nobody's ever heard of, lady.
outside.
Do you think you're better than you actually are?
That's her stone face.
Do you think? I think she thinks she's better than she actually is.
Did they think this was worth?
Yeah, and did she break an NDA by doing this too?
You know, listen.
To pay me. The final offer to do the whole game as a buyout, a flat rate, was $4,000 US.
Which is about 4 times what SAG was that we saw. Which it's on the same tab. Which is about 4 times what SAG pays. SAG pays about $800 per voice, per character, pretty much. So if you're only voicing the one character.
This is an insult to me. The amount of time that I took to work on my talent and everything that I have given to this game. I'm asking the fans to boycott this game.
Cry me a river, lady. Alright, that's enough of that. Cry me a river, lady.
Listen,
Okay, boycott this game now! Excuse you, lady? Excuse you. You're telling me to boycott a game I had no business of paying for.
I like being an entertainer.
You gotta stand up for some injustice. I don't have to stand up for anything. This is not my fight. This isn't my fight. That's the big difference between me and the alt-right SJW activists out there. They're gonna get on their campaign, and they're gonna campaign for this woman, and she's gonna throw y'all under the bus because she doesn't like your politics. That'll be the thing. So she's gonna throw everybody under the bus because she won't like their politics. Because she's going to be a far left or something. And then what's going to happen is everybody's going to go and be mad at her and mad at me for defending her.
I want to know, is this the contract she signed?
Exactly. Before I weigh in on it, what are her deals? What's her contract?
What is the deal?
I don't want to, like, this is the thing. I don't want to get behind anybody.
I want to know.
At this point. Because every time I back somebody, they're a piece of shit who doesn't deserve it. Every fucking time. They're a piece of crap who's just using you for access, just for your fan base or something. So I'm not backing anybody, and I'm not going to back this woman.
Like I said, I want to know what was the contract, what were the terms she agreed to, is this a union job, is this a non-union job?
Right.
I mean, I don't care what your credentials are, okay?
Yeah, I don't care. And the fact that you're telling me to boycott a game is just childish.
Everything that I have given to this game and to the fans. I am asking the fans to boycott this game.
You can't ask people to boycott a game? Seriously? That guy should be a 10K for video and 40 million yearly. 10,000 views a video would be great. My last video got 300. Real gamers actually care about hard work and the tears people put into it.
We don't.
Real gamers. Well, you're not a real gamer, Mecca. You're not a real gamer, Mecca.
It's not a question of real gamers, okay?
You're not a real gamer, Mecca, because you're not outraged at the thing that we're outraged by.
Listen, it's not a
Don't
question.
blow me.
It's not a question of real gamers, okay? This is business.
This is the same shit I hear every fucking time, and I'm not going to go blindly defend somebody without knowing all the circumstances and all the facts. Okay, so she was offered $4,000. Go ahead.
Can you look up what Kiefer Sutherland got for Metal Gear Solid?
No.
Okay.
You want to... I got too many going.
Okay, well, never mind.
Uh-huh.
That's her?
Yeah.
That's an old picture of her.
That's an old-ass picture of you, lady. That's an old-ass picture. I can hear in her voice that her voice isn't...
She can't be
going.
that old. I mean...
She's over 50, clearly.
She's maybe late 40s.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's not a question of real gamers. Like I said, and I've heard real gamers.
I've heard real gamers.
I've heard
I'm not a big enough gamer for people because I don't play every fucking game that's on the market. That doesn't hurt my feelings one bit.
I've heard real gamers, quote unquote, try to justify why they should not pay, the market rate, market price for certain games. All games should be $40.
Yeah.
Real
gamers, you're gonna pay more money for this game for her to be paid better, are you? No, really. Let's just put our money where our mouth is. Real gamers aren't going to pay anymore. So she doesn't seem to be political on here.
No, there's some in Rushdie.
Oh, so she's super left wing? Yeah, she's going to throw all you under the bus anyway.
Well, yeah, but like you said,
why get behind her? She's going to throw all you under the bus.
Like I said, I've often said, about, again, Metal Gear Solid, coming back to that. They said,
this is why I didn't want to do a video on it, because seriously, you're complaining about getting offered 4 times more.
Yeah, like I said, it's how many independent.
I'm not going to boycott the game because I'm not going to buy it.
How many independent I stand up for what's right. Well,
stand up for what's right and make sure I get 10,000 views on every video for starters before you start lecturing me on who I need to support and who I don't. That's because every fucking time I support something, guess who turns on me? The viewing audience. They leave. So no, I'm not going to stand up or anything for any of this stuff because we don't know the whole story. We don't know what her negotiation was. We don't know what contract she signed in the beginning. She probably didn't know that Bayonetta was going to be a massive franchise. She probably signed on for 3 games at a certain pay rate, and she's lucky that they offered her 3 times that from what I'm seeing now. So all right, what else were we talking about? This is why I didn't want to do a video on this, because I think this is just stupid bitching. This is just whining and bitching at this point. Yeah, I'm not going to buy the game anyway because the Bayonetta games look stupid. I've never had any interest in playing them. They look confusing and boring, and I don't care enough. Why are people? If people are that upset with AAA games not paying their voice actors, guess what? They don't pay their creators. They don't pay their. You shouldn't be buying any real gamers who actually want to stand up for something. Should never buy another video game ever again because every single video game company does something shitty. Every single video game developer does something like crunch. Every single video game comes out now with extra DLC, loot boxes, or made under some crazy, insane circumstances. So don't you fucking lecture me that this is the one we gotta boycott after every fucking video game out there. All right? That's all I gotta say about that. I'm not jumping on any fucking cause. I'm tired of it. I am so goddamn tired of jumping on causes for people that are just, this is just gonna backfire. What's gonna happen? She's gonna say, thank you for all the support, but you're all right wing and we don't want to talk to you. That's what she's gonna say, right? That'll be her thing, because she's gonna get triggered by something.
Look if you want look at how Take-Two Interactive treated the guys who made the game LA Noire. If you want a case study in
no, if that's the thing. Everybody is so hypocritical because this is the one that they're gonna lobby behind now. You've had every single game to lobby behind and boycott, from Saints Row being just shitty and woke crap to every other video. What's the other video games out there that they don't boycott? All of the Battlefield games, all the fucking Madden games out there. Every goddamn video game, right? If any real gamer who wants to lecture me on not getting behind a cause, unless you boycott every single game out there, right? And I'm not buying it anyway. That's the other thing. People are going to be mad at me because I'm not rallying behind this cunt, and I'm not buying the game anyway. I have no intention of playing any of the Bayonetta games. Madden. I'm never going to play them. Just because I look like somebody who played them doesn't mean I did, right?
Madden, Call of Duty.
Every fucking video game does. So yeah, I'm not going to be dealing like unless you boycott every single video game. I'm not going to.
You know how long?
Yes, I have heard about this, and I think it's stupid.
You know how long I've heard real gamers should real gamers need to boycott Madden. And every year, Madden, biggest selling game of the year.
You're independent and you stand for what's right at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's fine.
And that's fine, but guess what? Unless you boycott every single video game out there, I don't want to lecture on what I should boycott or not, especially when I'm not buying the
Madden,
thing.
Call of Duty, EA, I mean, every...
This is my problem, though, is every time you get the tribe says that we have to support, or the tribe says you have to boycott. I am so fucking sick of that. This woman got offered 4 times what SAG pays, and I'm supposed to be upset for her on her behalf?
You can't boycott the game if you've
Exactly.
never played the game.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like I said, I've never played a Bayonetta game. I had no interest in Bayonetta games. Like, they're not gonna... Like, my boycotting them... I had no plans on buying Bayonetta.
Exactly.
My boycotting them makes no difference.
And I'm not going to be upset, and I frankly don't want to give her any more freaking attention because she's just a dumb bitch throwing a temper tantrum at this point.
Yeah, she's listing her like her credentials. I'm like, you know how many people went to like the Royal Shakespeare Company, then they
thank you, Brandon X.
or Yale
Love your
School
videos,
of Drama, and then their first movie role was being thrown through a window by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay, I'm going to grab you. You're going to put your arms out. You go to the screen. Rah!
And it's nothing personal. I'm not mad at you, Brandon X. I'm just mad that like this is the thing that people are gonna rally behind. I don't care. I don't want to.
Like I said, I hear about boycott this game, boycott that game.
You know, when somebody involved and it tells me to boycott it, that just tells me you're being petty. If I told people boycott Midnight's Edge because they treated us like shit, do you think that would sound petty to you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Boycott Midnight's Edge. They treated us like shit. And boycott Nerdrotic and Chrissy Mayer and that Star Wars girl and Yellow Flash and that Umbrella guy and Drunk 3PO and everybody on that side of the aisle. How good does that sound if I say to boycott everybody that I disagree with based on how I got treated in that?
I always say, hey man, it's your money. Spend it whatever way you want. Wasn't trying to get you to jump on any bandwagon. Okay, well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Please don't think I'm mad about it. I'm just mad that, like, it's like the latest thing. I wasn't trying to get you to jump on a bandwagon. Just curious your thoughts. And I love it. I think what happened was messed up, and I'm boycotting. Loved all the games so far. Oh, thank you.
Well, like I said, I've heard real gamers need to boycott this game.
Yeah, that's the big trigger for me. Getting told, oh, well, real gamers. Did I ever say I wanted to be classified as a real gamer or... Because that's the thing. Oh, real geeks. Because that's another big thing that girls have to deal with, this especially. And this is why Frosk's rant was so relevant, actually. Because girls do have to deal with the 20 questions. Girls do have to deal with the, well, you're not a real gamer or you're not a real geek unless you can name and do every single thing. You have to know more about gaming or geek stuff than guys do. If you were a girl in the geek spectrum. You almost do. You like the fact that I can hold my own on Star Trek and Babylon 5 and Stargate, especially like that isn't enough for some people. That isn't enough. That you got to know every single you got to answer 30 questions on absolutely everything. You can't say, well, yeah, but I like geekier stuff than the stuff I actually talk about sometimes. But you can't say that. You can't be like, I'm really drooling at the new 4000 series that are coming out for the computers now. Oh, you can't say that. You can't say that. Because then you're grilled with what questions, and if you didn't do this and know this from 20 fucking years ago, then you're not a true geek or that or that.
If I was gonna say, hey, did you see the new reissue of the 66 Fender Jaguar? I'm like, they'd be like, what the hell are you talking about? I mean, so.
Right.
That's why I say
this is not where I thought we were going, but I'm here.
I have no idea.
Poor Gerard's like, oh no, I should start sending resumes now. See, like, he's a real gamer, right?
No, he's not. I'm a real gamer.
Ultraman was Dark Souls before it was cool. Probably.
I'm listening. Yeah.
And joining
I never tell anyone to boycott anything. I said this should be taken care of, and the creators and the voice actors.
Yeah, granted, she should be taken care of, but what was the deal she signed?
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
Just because I might think they might do... That's the thing with it. Like, just because I might think that, maybe she probably does deserve more, or maybe she doesn't. Maybe they don't do anything, and they just yell at a camera for...
You need to pay me more money. You have a contract. I suggest you go read it.
Yeah, right? Well, yeah, but that's the thing. What if her contract said scale? Right? Yeah. What if she signed a contract for scale and, knowing that some of these take off and some of these don't, and now she just wants more money because now they're more famous.
I'm altering the deal. Pray I do not alter it any further.
Right. So sorry about going off on a rant about the tribalism shit, but that's what it really feels like. It feels like everybody is expected to. And I put a lot of this on because I see it on Twitter. I've been trying my best to get off of Twitter. I see that like everybody's rallying behind, and this is the thing that everybody's outraged by. And I see how many people tweet, and I read the comments, and people are outraged by it. And then I'm like, well, fuck her. She did it herself. Mm-hmm. So.
Or I was ecstatic to be part of something that I grew up watching as a child. But every time G4 is brought up in various channels, even in this YouTube channel, we have the chat in front of us. I can see you. Without a doubt, there will be backlash because I'm not as bangable as the previous host.
You're darn. They're darn right. You're darn right. There was backlash. I'm like, plus you can see me. Ooh, that's creepy.
The problem I have, I said this so many times on this, that we've had countless people approve this. I think this was deliberate. I'm gonna stand by this being deliberate. I'm gonna stand by this as being a deliberate last ditch thing to save their channel. Because this was not getting a whole lot of traction, and we've seen it. And I didn't pull up the views and the stuff because I don't have them on me. They're on your computer, all the screenshots. And I thought you were gonna bring them.
Talk to him, frosk. It has somehow.
Oh no, she pixelated. Her nose ring pixelated.
That's actually
been expected that you can talk about how much you jerked off to women as a compliment.
Did people what? Where did you get that? Where did you get that?
That's what men do, don't they?
No.
I thought that's what they did.
No. I have my own insecurity. Like, I'm just as insecure as she is on some of these things. Like, I see that, real gamers, and I think that's an attack at me. Because I'm not this hardcore. I'm a casual gamer. I know that. I'm a casual gamer, but I also have thousands of hours in stuff like Terraria and stuff like that. So, I'm a gamer, but I just play like 2 different games. So I'm not playing every single AAA.
In this YouTube channel, we have the chat in front of us. I can see you. Without a doubt, there will be backlash because I'm not as bangable as the previous host.
You're darn right you're not.
Yeah. What does Black Shaggy think?
Well, Black Shaggy says she's right. She ain't as bangable as the previous host. Black Shaggy wants to lay some sweet, sweet loving on Olivia Munn. That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right.
But yeah, no, please don't think I'm mad at the chat for bringing up the Bayonetta thing. I'm just mad at her because she's like, boycott this game because I didn't get enough money. Like, whoa. Because every time we're expected to rally behind somebody, it's always a scam. It's always a burn. It's always at my own expense, right? Every person that is the slighted whatever, right? Look at some professional Star Wars actors that we've had to rally behind, and then they don't, then they turn out to be exactly what you don't really want to support anyway.
That's right.
Or at least that cause and that movement isn't your side of the aisle. So
it's somehow
talk to him, Frost.
It has somehow been expected that you can talk about how much you.
Oh, do you see him? He's sitting there shaking his head like, "Yep, got to put my resume." Black Okage there, watch it.
Yeah, that brother gonna be out of a job soon.
Expected that you can talk about how much you jerked off to.
Yeah, we did.
He done seen the future, and the future don't lead to unemployment. Yeah.
That's the reviewer. That's coming from the mouth and experience.
Yeah.
And
who cares?
It also happens to Gerard and TBH. But that doesn't discount the sexism of how it happens to me when it does. Both things can be true. That there is a general hatred of any change that isn't Adam, and that all receive special flame just for being a woman.
No,
you won't. You get special flame because you ugly. Nah, that's mean. That mean.
I mean, there is this group of men, though, who do just not like women, though. There is that group. that and they're more comfortable around men. They don't know how to deal with women. They don't like women, and that's fine. You know, you can be like that. I get it, because female creators, you know, unless you're an Amouranth, unless you're a titty model,
That's right.
you aren't necessarily taken as seriously as a reviewer, as a critic, as a gamer, as a, you know, so she's actually kind of right about some of this in some ways. However, I don't know what to do about it.
I don't know what to do. Black
That's the
Shaggy.
thing.
Black
You can't
Shaggy.
pay attention to it without losing your audience.
Black Shaggy don't know what to do either.
And that's what's so depressing. Like, you can't call attention to it. Yes, because there is a certain amount of 20 questions that women get. There is a certain amount of all that people do get. Yeah. Like, you can't do anything about it. So you can't complain about it. You just have to sit there and take it. Yep. Yes, I am. I do have tits.
Too, we'd be a bit nicer, a bit more self-reflective, and we enjoy the fact that people are working hard to make free content for you.
The appreciate the fact people are working hard to make free content.
You know why? Because no one would pay for this shit. That's why. Especially not Black Shaggy.
I don't think that she tagged the show with this thing. I think that this is a last-ditch publicity stunt. I think this was already on its way out. I think this is already on the way out. Keep it at him. This is a sealed clap.
Yeah, I just sank an entire TV network. Congratulates me.
It's not her, though. She just burned it on the way down. She just lit the match. I mean, the gasoline was already poured around, though.
That's right.
Yeah, the gasoline was already poured on the ground.
Hey, with gasoline $7 a gallon, that's expensive, man.
The gasoline was already poured, so G4 is being shut down only a year after its relaunch. The investment efforts to revive the network didn't gain traction.
Oh, what about that cute little Asian girl? She fired too?
Yeah, but she'll be fine. She'll be on Twitch.
Oh, thank God.
She's got a Twitch channel. Everybody has Twitch channels who are any good anyway. Like Gerard, I think he was on Twitch. And a month after suffering a number of key layoffs and departures, the ill-fated attempt to reboot the 2000s gaming channel G4 TV is over, with its own owners announcing they'll be shutting the network down. We're gonna have to clip some of this. Should we do this? Do you want to do a special edited version? Well, you can edit in some of this. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It was already over to begin with, though. At least I think so. I said this is a big giant publicity stunt. You know, the women do not appear to be nice on the, you know, that stuff. The sexism is gaming. You know, the frosk thing. I'm Mecca. Subscribe or else. Brand new opening, brand new closing, grand opening, grand closing. Is this a grand opening? I think that G4 knew it was in trouble. I think G4 wasn't getting the numbers it anticipated. I think G4 decided to throw way too much crap onto a YouTube channel, not realizing that you needed 17 million YouTube channels to do more than one thing. You need an Attack of the Show channel. You need a Skits and Bits channel. You need a Bits and Bobs channel. You need a Frosk channel. No, you don't. Not anymore. G4 TV is being shut down only a year after its relaunch. I said that whole Frosk thing was allowed to go through. It went through how many producers, how many writers, how many people behind the scenes like Zippy and Gabber and Scooter and Eraserhead. How many of those people all approved Frosk's rant? All of them, every single one of them said, yes, this is what we want to put on instead of her Red Dead Redemption rant and ramble about how they need to improve the online gameplay. And guess what? It got the network a lot of attention, a lot of bad attention, because in this day and age, they think there's no such thing as bad publicity, but when you're on the internet, there is only bad publicity. There is only bad negative stuff. This is only going to be something that will twist and conform it into being a negative. No matter what people say, if you go onto Twitter, you can say, hey, it's nice and sunny out. What do you mean, you don't like rain? There are some people who like rain, you know, and no matter what you say, you're going to offend somebody. They can take it and twist it into a negative. I should know that. I'm sorry I've been doing that today in chat, and I shouldn't be doing that. However, it's so easy to do. You're on the defense because you're so used to that. And I think that's what they did. They decided to say, hey, well, women don't appear to be look nice on the eyes, and jerking off to us isn't a compliment. Re. And everything else Frosk said. And it got a lot of negative attention. And who are you? Why are you here?
I'm Rob Robot Shlomo, a.k.a. the blackest of shaggies.
And what did you say about bad publicity?
Oh, then it's all bad publicity. It's all bad publicity now.
They used to say there's no such thing as bad publicity.
That's right.
That's not true anymore.
That's right.
That is not true anymore.
right.
The second you honk off an entire group of people, they will rally to destroy you. They will rally and twist and turn and feast and try and do anything to pick at your carcass. And that's what they've been doing. Anytime Frosk did anything or said anything or tweeted anything, all of us harpies on the internet who chase tweets for a living went to it and said, hey, we can make a video on this because this is now in the algorithm as algorithm bait. It's now algorithm bait. And now people are going to talk about it. And that was what G4 wanted. They wanted themselves in the algorithm. And yeah, there was a few people who went with it and said, you know what, this is fun. This is nostalgic. I don't mind the changes. I like seeing how they see it. And there was a lot of us who said, you know what, if I wanted a corporate thing, I wouldn't be on YouTube. If I wanted a corporate opinion where they're interviewing a director or an actor, or they're at a premiere somewhere, or they're talking to a video game developer, or they're giving away stuff for publicity, or, you know, any of those. They're at a convention, right? They're at a convention plugging their crap on a giant panel or something instead of just having a booth and, you know, say, hey, we got a channel. There's different levels of, you know. Anywho, once they started being the corporatized thing, right? Where am I going with it? I went off on 27 tangents. G4 was not where people who go to YouTube were going. You know, there are people who are fine watching the corporatized stuff. They're fine watching the TVs. They're fine being advertised to. They're fine with the Pizza Hut ads. Remember the Pizza Hut ads that they would throw in there? Like, hey, call this number and they'll give you a free pizza on G4's X-Play Twitch channel or whatever. Sure, there's all that type of stuff. Some people are fine with that. That's just like G4. In that sense, it hadn't changed. It hadn't gotten different at all. And that might have been one of the problems, is that the audience did. A lot of the audience wanted the raw interaction. They wanted to see what real people with real opinions who weren't being bought off by the corporate press were saying. They wanted to know what a real interaction was, or real genuine thing. Like when G4 pumped up Stray. Stray looked cute. It was a kitty cat game. I told people why I didn't want to play it, because I didn't want to play it. And I said I didn't want to play it because it looked very, very short for the money. It's about $30 for a 6-hour game. And I'm not personally a fan of puzzle platformers. I didn't go, yes, it's the greatest game ever. And I didn't go and promote a copy just to hopefully give, like, you know, I didn't fake. And I might actually like it eventually if I play it, if it's cheap enough. But they don't want to go to G4. That audience is kind of a different thing. That audience is kind of I hate to say it, they've moved on. A lot of that audience moved on to the politics ball. They moved on to their entertainment. They moved on to other things. A month after suffering a number of key layoffs, the ill-fated attempt to reboot the 2000s gaming channel, G4 TV is over, with its owners announcing that they'll likely be shutting the network down. See, now that's sad, because I genuinely wanted G4, but I wanted it back in that time capsule. I wanted to show up and it'd be 2010, and I'd see Kevin and Olivia, or even 2008 or something. I wanted to show up and see that time capsule G4. All these new people is just like showing up and it's all the new class. You know, it's like Scrubs Med School all of a sudden. It's like, yeah, you have one or two original people, but you can only have it for so long in time. The ill-fated attempt to reboot it, yeah, we already read that. As Deadline reports, an email was sent to remaining staff today. Oh no, by David Scott, the CEO of the parent company Spectator, a division of Comcast. In this memo, Scott explained that the company's investments and efforts to revive the network just didn't gain traction. I wonder if some of those investments were publicity stunts like Frosk tanking the network. I don't know. Did she tank the network, though? Where was it going before? I'm of the opinion that maybe it was a publicity stunt. I have it in my gut that was a publicity stunt, that the network wasn't doing well. They had rumors of botting their accounts. They had rumors and talks of all these things. Kevin Pereira got banned off of Twitch, didn't he? Way back. You helped with that editing. He actually, there was articles of him, and we'll put it up in post. He admitted to botting the channel because he didn't want to risk all of those people losing their jobs. He wanted to make sure that the algorithm hit. So that's why I think that was a publicity stunt, to get that in the algorithm. And that's been in the algorithm ever since. It didn't help anything. Deadline also says a few dozen employees and contract workers are affected by the shutdown. It was all that's left the network after a round of major layoffs took place last month. Well, they kept the show going, though. They did keep it going. The timing and severity of the cuts took staff by surprise, with talent showing up on set today, ready to film, only to have programming canceled as HR reps met individually with employees. While it's not clear what the extent of the layoffs will be, one source said those affected were told they would receive anywhere between 16 weeks and 6 months of severance based on their tenure with Comcast, G4's parent company. Well, as you'll remember with Frosk, she tweeted, "Oh, I'm safe," in a stunt that probably offended, well, it did. It absolutely offended a lot of people. I don't believe she meant anything by it. I don't believe she's that self-aware that other people exist, and that she's so focused on her own that, hey, phew, my ass is safe. And then she got laid off about a week later after that tweet, because everybody's like, oh, come on. Oh, for crying out loud. Despite assurances in a subsequent broadcast that there were no plans to scale back the channel's programming, X-Play host Indiana Froscurin Black and Attack of the Show co-host Kevin Pereira also left shortly afterwards. This has been in motion for a long while, Pereira said of his departure. I know there's been some wacky events in the ether as of late, but months and months and months back, this time was sort of decided. Ooh, he says so. The show's going dark for 2 weeks and coming back. I won't be here. Sorry. Did we miss that one? Well, I knew Kevin was ousted. I think I missed his tweet. I missed his tweet. I missed his tweet. This is why they don't hire me. I missed this tweet. Sorry. Well, they're also gone, so they wouldn't have been hiring me anyway, because they're not hiring anybody. Team. Oh, here's the full Deadline one. I don't even have them. I got IGN, and I've got Variety up too. Team. As you know, G4 was reintroduced last year to tap into the popularity of gaming. We invested to create the new G4 as an online and TV destination for fans to be entertained, be inspired, and connect with gaming content. Over the past several months, we worked hard to generate that interest in G4, but viewership is low and the network has not achieved sustainable financial results. This is certainly not what we hoped for, and as a result, we have made the very difficult decision to discontinue G4's operations effective immediately. I gotta go back to the Kevin Pereira thing. Okay, so he knew that this was in the work for months, right? He said this has been in the motion for a long while. This is why I think that Frost thing was a publicity stunt. I don't think, like he doesn't specify that, a certain person tanked our network. Because you wouldn't. However, I think... Quit playing at me. I think that was the publicity stunt right around the time of they knew they needed something to get their name in the algorithm. I think so. I'm really, really leaning more and more and more. My gut's I've got a 78% gut feeling that the Frost thing was a publicity stunt just to get traction. So I know this is disappointing news. All right, over the past several months, we worked hard to generate the interest of viewership is low. This is certainly not what we hoped for, and as a result, we have made the very difficult decision to discontinue G4's operations effective immediately. I know this is disappointing news, and I'm disappointed too. I want to thank you and everyone on the G4 team for the hard work and commitment to the network. Our human resources team is reaching out to you to provide with support, discuss other opportunities that may be available, and any questions that you may have. Thank you again for all your hard work for G4. Sincerely, Dave Scott. So these are the people they wanted to keep. So they'll probably bounce everybody else who stayed, as many as they can, to other hosting gigs, to other things, which is probably for the best. So they got rid of all the dead weight, all the diversity people. They probably got rid of Gabby and Scooter and Eraserhead and Zipper and all of those people.
Cubby.
All those people. I'm better than G4. They're not even gamers. They don't even play the games you're talking about. I think, I don't play all the games though. I don't play every single game. I'll play a few here and there, but I try not to focus on the ones I don't play so much. I think that's the big difference between me and G4. But then G4 was giving us 10-year-old game reviews. They were giving, recently, they were giving us reviews of games that came out a decade ago. And they were giving us just, like Frosk did a review of Pokemon. All right, it was a pretty good review of Pokemon Arceus. I like that one quite a bit. The memo, unsurprisingly giving its timing sent on Sunday evening, could have been handled better. Wow, hey, this tweet is how I found out how I lost my... Oh, no, Gerard. Oh, no. G4 shut... So a lot of people didn't know. They didn't check their email yet.
No. What's Jesse Cox to say?
He's like... He replied... Well, he knows... They're... Oh, gosh. Come on. He replied, holy shit, dude. 4:39 p.m. Oh, so they didn't know. This is when you were live. 4:39 today. Yeah, oh no. I hope I'm not breaking it for any of these people. I don't want to be that person. Please. I don't want to be that person. Shit. Because everybody, oh no. Let me be clear. You're never not wanted. Oh, Wario. The Wario guy. Gerard. Thank you for believing me on G4. Susie Hunter. So they saw the tweet 2 hours ago. Shoot. So, I feel bad for everybody who is like, yay, G4. I get my dream job of being on G4. I feel really bad. That sucks. That really sucks. And is it Frosk's fault? I don't even know if she's to blame. Is she even to blame? Is it just poor management? Is it going the diversity route? Is it going the activism? See, this is why I'm so hell-bent on trying to avoid rallying behind and activism and stuff. Black Shaggy would have saved G4. Yes, he would have. Thank you so much, Sean Rouse.
Damn right. Black Shaggy would have saved G4. G4, yeah, damn right. I would name it the BS fault. Black Shaggy fault.
Well, they got Black Hokage, though. He's cool.
No, he ain't Black Shaggy, though.
He's cool.
He ain't Black Shaggy. See, even he knew. Look at that face. Even he know damn.
He knew.
Black Shaggy.
We absolutely do. But it'll always be...
I like just watching his reaction on the side here.
It's like, yeah.
And controlled for the...
Look at this fool. This fool clapping. We all about to go on the breadline.
Variables. Adam will read a script...
Adam will read a script that I wrote or that somebody else wrote, and we all read the thing. We all contribute. I know. So she was sensitive that she wasn't playing the games that she was reviewing, and that's kind of this is why I say that corporatized reviewing process or corporatized televised gaming stuff doesn't fly. You can't have, a team of people and then have somebody else read the script, right? That doesn't work. People don't want my review of a game that I didn't play. Right? This is why I'm still pissed that it went out a long time ago that I had reviewed a movie that I never reviewed. I never reviewed Black Panther. I never saw Black Panther, and I never reviewed it either. So I'm still kind of triggered by that one because that's how they kill your credibility. That's how they do it. So this is really sad for everybody, Gerard and all these people. What else did they say? G4 shuts down. Retweet. Ricky Berwick an hour ago. So these guys didn't even know. We've been live an hour and 14 minutes, and I knew before a lot of people on the internet. Saints Row is no longer the only brand to die twice this year. Peace. That's the thing. Black Shaggy would have made it so successful. They would have had G4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8.
Yeah, we've been looking at G4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 27.
I don't know. Yeah, saw this coming a year in advance. It's a Gundam. Well, I didn't think that it would die completely. Like, I didn't think it would die out so quickly. But once they did the feminism and gaming rant, that was what kind of I knew, oh, they're desperate. They're desperate. I think this was a publicity stunt, and this has been deleted. I think Vera Dark went, tweeted about that, and I think that, I don't know if Bounding picked up her tweet about it, but this stuff, we downloaded. I know. Well, it looks like I'm not going to be working that. Not like I was going to be anyway. But I think that this was a publicity stunt just to get a last little bit of traction out of it in January. I think that they knew this wasn't going anywhere really quickly because that's not how YouTube's algorithm works. And with all the backing and all the support and all the stuff, I think that this was a publicity stunt. That's my final word on it. And I am going to just throw up my end card. Thank you guys so much. We're going to probably talk a little bit more about the rest of the gaming stuff. What was it? Amouranth and every other thing. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye! What? I know, it's so warm in here. I hope I'm not. I don't know how much time I'm going to be live here because I am still kind of not feeling too hot. I hate getting sick. Oh, getting sick's the worst. Bloop there. Amouranth seems to be doing fine. No, her husband is allegedly abusive and stuff. You didn't hear the news, have you? Unless there's more. Why is that 18 minutes? That can't be 18 minutes. We weren't going on 18 minutes about that. I don't want an 18-minute video. I want to make an 18-minute video on that, for crying out loud. But I got too much crap on here. On my... The publicity stunt that backfired on the big time. Do you think so? If you don't like it, don't watch. Meanwhile, hundreds of jobs and millions of bucks. I don't think she did it, though. I think that she was the one that they threw to the lamb because she knew, or they knew she wasn't smart enough to do anything about it. Oh, should I do a video on this? Should I do a quick... I don't want to piss people off. But I'm going to piss people off if I do a video on this thing, the Bayonetta thing. Because I don't think that this is anything I want to rally behind, but... Really explain more. Which one? No, I think I've been saying for a while, I think that the G4 thing, they knew their views were down, and I think that they allowed it because look at all the people who had to sign off on it. Somebody high up. Somebody could have stopped that from going live. Somebody knew she was going to go and rant about feminism, right? And between all the producers knew, like maybe the executives thought, it'll at least get some attention, and they didn't realize how much people actually hate the wokier than thou stuff. The people really, really hate the wokier than thou shit. Does I give two shits about Frosky, but I think Adam Sessler user. Do you think so? No. She was fine in their Twitch streams. I think fanboys are more sad and she was married. Oh, no. Well, I don't watch her Twitch streams. I just listen to her thing here. We want to talk about the Amouranth thing. I don't know how much of this I want to get into, though. Because, see, now everything else is so much more interesting, the other stuff. Because, like, that was... So There is a video that went out from Amouranth today. I don't know if I want to clip this, but why not? We're clipping everything else. I don't think I can. I'll clip it. Oh, that one's on there if you want to edit it.
Where here?
Yeah.
Let me get a head start on it.
Okay, thank y'all. The frosk thing's on there too, that whole ramp.
Yeah, well, I got the frost.
Okay. Thank you. Don't get in trouble. I probably won't get in trouble for it. Well, this explains a whole lot. I am Mecca and
I don't have negative energies. I have.
Shut your mouth, Bree.
Smoke weed every day.
Seriously? Subscribe here. And you know what? I don't want to hear other YouTubers in my chat because they're not name dropping me in theirs. Are they? Are they? No, I don't think they are, especially ones who can't stand me. Now, unless they're going to name drop me on theirs. We want to talk a little bit about this Amouranth thing. This is the girl who bends over and like licks microphones with a horse head. This is the girl who streams in hot tubs. This is the girl that wears bikinis. This is the girl that kind of saved G4 for about a minute by being exactly what the G4 audience wants. And speaking of G4, they shut down. Check out that video. But until then, we got an Amouranth video here. I don't know how much of this I can play.
Why did you say you were gonna kill my dogs?
Yeah, that's her. I guess she has a voice. I guess she can speak. I guess she can speak. I didn't realize she could talk, but you know, I just thought she was in a hot tub all day just bouncing around and stuff. So now I feel bad for her. I don't know if this is real or not. I also don't, if this is real, she probably has no idea what's going on, does she?
Leave the house. Okay.
So this is apparently people are mad that she omitted the fact she had a husband. I thought all these Twitch streamers are married. So she omitted the fact she had a husband. This is her husband allegedly on the line. Is this real or not? Is this real or fake? I don't know. I'm under the impression this is real.
I can leave the. You know what? Actually, I shouldn't leave the house.
You don't have to leave the house, sweetie. If you guys are married and he's out of the house, he's already left. You call the police and you say, you know what? My husband left me and I would like him to stay gone. You call the police right now. You say, hey, my husband left and I would like him to stay gone. And it's up to the divorce courts to decide who gets it. You don't have to leave anywhere. If he's the instigator, that house is yours, sweetheart.
Because my dogs are here.
Yeah, you're there. If he's out of the house, he can go. He can stay gone.
We'll take the dogs and leave. You're asking the question, I'm telling you, and you're interrupting my fucking, telling you. Literally.
Alright, he needs to go. He needs to shut his mouth. If he's out of the house, he can stay gone.
What are you saying? You just told me you were gonna kill dogs if I didn't do a 24-hour stream.
Now that I have no idea if that's real or not. There's some texts of hers floating around. I don't know if that's true or not.
Did not say that. Now you're just fucking being a liar.
I'm not.
I said I'm going to tell you what I said.
Well, the way he says tell, if she can't hear it very well, that might sound like the K word. Might benefit of the doubt, but this guy sounds like a jerk.
In terms of the earlier, are you saying you did not say that?
Why is he screaming at her on the phone? And he knows she's live, right? He knows she's live. She isn't crying with any tears though.
I tried to tell you what I heard from you. And you called me a liar.
There's no tears. Her makeup isn't running. I know she has the no run makeup, but there's no tears.
Then you tell me, what did you say?
What are you even talking about?
Okay, yeah, there's some tears there. She's hiding them behind her hair.
Oh. You brought up the dogs out of nowhere.
Exactly.
So what?
Oh no, she's really crying. That's real. She's really crying there. She was holding them in. Okay, yeah. No. She's actually crying here. It's just the cut. There's a cut there, and I don't know if she wiped them away or something. But yeah, there's some actual tears there.
What point is it improving?
See?
Mute, please. Who am I muting? No. Am I muted? No.
What? I'm asking you to... I don't even understand what you're saying to me.
Yeah. Oh, I get a lot of this. He probably says a lot of shit she doesn't know. She doesn't seem like she's a whole lot more than a pretty girl. I hate to be mean about it. He probably yells at her because she's stupid. And I don't mean to insult her like that. That's not the point of me saying this. He probably yells at her because he thinks she's stupid. I don't say there's proof of anything. I don't know. I'm just saying this is what we got. See if she's really, really feeling this or not.
That's my point. My point is, are you listening or not? If you're not, then get the fuck out.
I'm literally listening, but you're not making any sense.
Well, no, you're not listening because it makes perfect sense. I'm gonna say it one more time. If you don't get it, I need you to get the fuck out.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to. Okay, so from what I'm judging based on this, he's trying to get her to leave the house. He wants the divorce. All right, that's Gina Darling defending her. Where's the screenshots of the tweet? Somebody else had that. 1 of 4. Where are the texts? Does this have the text? This is more.
Therapist even told him that it's a form of like psychological abuse and that I'm basically living in a fancy prison. And then he was changed for a bit, and then the hot tub meta arose and he was like, oh, this is an opportunity, and then he turned into an asshole again when I agreed to commit to the grind because it was a good financial opportunity for us. I've been wanting to tell people that, like, let's just stream together. Just tell them that we're fucking married. Because it's like, our relationship would be better if we just stream them. And it's fighting all the time.
Yeah. So he wanted to stay out of the spotlight because she makes more money. Uh-huh.
But no, mister, don't say that because it's going to ruin the business model. It's not time yet. Fuck yourself. I'm done with it. I'm not going to fuck you anymore. You want me to tell them I'm single? It's about to be true. Piece of shit. The therapist even told him that it's a form of...
This makes a lot of sense now. This makes way, way more sense to me. I'm
going to leave you with $1 million and I'm going to take the rest because I worked harder than you. It's like, and if you don't agree, then I'm going to burn it all in court. I'm going to put it all in fucking crypto. Blah. Just all these threats.
I saw this text that he sent her where he's like, 25,000 gone. 750,000 gone. So this poor girl. See, now I feel bad.
All the fucking accounts are like 2-factor under his number, and he has all like the login information of things. You know, it's like keeps you there with the fear and the threats. You fear that he's gonna do something to your animals, and then he's nice again and says everything's gonna be okay.
I think this is real. Here you go.
Dumb fuck, do you understand? Like, what plan talk? It's like, next time when I say plan, do it. Dumb fuck, do you understand? Like,
he texts so fast, he fucks up the text.
Plan talking about, it's like, fuck this, I'm calling you. So I disappeared from stream. Take a call. So I'm gonna tell them I can't talk right now. We're getting Wi-Fi. I don't care. You get the call now. Last chance. About to dump your luggage. You know, from my hotel room. But throwing your stupid merch off the balcony. Proceeding to ditch your stuff. You don't need the makeup or the live view, like the stream epic, or the clothes, huh? Deleting social media in 1 minute. Buying options.
She'll make this back.
Blasting the cash.
Okay, what's gonna happen is he's gonna try and hide as much money as he can. And he's gonna try and like she's not. She doesn't have the access to anything. She's not savvy, and she's not a bitch. She's not a bitch enough to say, no, I need access to every single little account. I need access to, yeah. My name's on those accounts, too. So if her names are on those accounts, she can go into any ATM and just take all that money. She doesn't have to leave anything in there. She can drain them, and I think he knows that because he can probably do it, too.
About to shut down the bank account, your bank account, too. Lag is terrible. Stream is garbage. It's like, about to delete Twitter in 30 seconds. If you don't call me, my phone's literally off, right? I'm just like, it literally died. Gonna donate $250,000 to Polo Missy. It's like a bird sanctuary he likes. In the next 2 minutes, like, the next time when I say plan, do it.
Well, just
It's
all
like,
this.
next time
All,
when I
the,
say-
all of the... This is the one I saw. 250k gone. I will donate 500k in 3 minutes. If no call with 1 minute, I shall make sure Kieran goes to Meta Paxing House. 20 seconds. Time's up. 750k gone. We now cannot do down payment for the Cali house. Another 250 in 5 minutes. I'm about to tweet you swatting me. So that's what's going on with her. If there was anyone else, people are saying it's fake. What do you guys think? Do you think it's fake or do you think it's real? You think it's fake or is it real? I don't know. She doesn't seem smart enough to not set up her stuff separately. She doesn't seem... What else is going on? Amouranth just came out of a victim of abuse with proof, and the comments I've seen dehumanizing and dismissing her. Well, yeah, I mean, what he said and how he yelled at her, that is DV 1000%. Yeah, that's 1000%. However, if it's a publicity stunt and he's not like that and this is fake, then shame on both of them. I don't think this is I don't think this is a publicity stunt at this point, because she's so famous and popular that she doesn't need it at this point. G4. Bringing it back to G4. G4 needed Frosk to throw a temper tantrum and go on about sexism in gaming and women do not exist to look nice on the eyes for you and all that crap. They needed Frosk to get the publicity up. She doesn't need it. Right? She does not need the publicity right now. She is the top streamer on Twitch all the time. I always see her. She's always got thousands of followers. She's always in my recommendeds. I don't watch her because I'm not a 12-year-old boy. I know how to get adult content on the internet for free. But if this is real, then yeah, then hopefully this poor woman can get some people behind her who know that she doesn't have to get out of that house at all. He's the one that needs to get his stuff and go. She needs to take all of that money out of the account as soon as she can, open up new accounts with all of her stuff, change over her payment information immediately to all of her stuff, and if somebody wants to send her this right now, right, this part of it, this clip, change over. You open up new accounts in your name. Take as much money out of those accounts as you can and put them in the new accounts. Change over your Twitch to the new accounts with your name only. Right now. Immediately. That is your money. That is your income. If you have to give him some of that in the future for alimony, that's, whatever. He's the one who wants this divorce, then he can leave that house. Those are the laws. I don't know what state they're in, but pretty much every state. If he wants that divorce, he can go. Right? She doesn't need to she doesn't need to get out of the house. That's her house too if her name is on it. Unless they're, Yeah, and she could just call the police on him too. This isn't the 50s, this isn't whatever. However, she does not seem to be any deeper than a pretty face, and I hate to be mean about this. She doesn't seem to have the brain power to have the business savvy, right? She seems like a sweet girl who wants to put on a show and be famous and likes having that kind of money on the internet and likes having the attention and likes being famous. Great. However, he doesn't have to go, or he doesn't have to get rid of her out of the house. He's the one who wants the divorce. He's already gone. If she calls the police while he's gone and says, fine, your stuff will be on the lawn, you can go, I'm not keeping you here. No, you need to get out. No, this house has my name on it. If you want to leave, please do so. You're the one clearly wanting this divorce. You want a divorce. You want to go. Ethan Klein. What's going on? Seemed like she was winning at life and in total control, but she was the whole time. Yeah. Ethan Klein, shut up. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say about this. This does seem to be very much somebody who's so afraid she's going to, they're going to realize Her husband seems like, from what I'm seeing, with just this information, knowing just a little bit about her as the Twitch streamer who likes to lick microphones and stuff, right? It makes a lot of sense that there's somebody behind the scenes pushing her to do, 24-hour streams, pushing her to work so much, pushing her because they enjoy living off of her. They enjoy the grind. They enjoy the money that the grind brings in. She would probably stream half as much if this were up to her. So, yeah, I know, you don't need much of an IQ. I know, and I'm trying not to, like, be super insulting, but I can see that she really doesn't know what to do here. Probably. Oh no, here's another one. Who's this?
I've been wanting to tell people that, like, let's just stream together. Just tell them that we're fucking married. Because it's like, our relationship would be better if we just stream them. And it's a fighting all the time. But no, mister, don't say that because it's going to ruin the business model. It's not time yet. Fuck yourself. I'm done with it. I'm not going to fuck you anymore. Piece of shit.
Yeah, this seems real. This is a real reaction. Yeah, that's it. That really feels like a real reaction. She reminds me of like every stripper I've ever known.
It's fucking working now. No, it's not plugged in here.
Stripper, porn stars.
Fucking done with this shit.
Yeah. Her husband probably was more of a pimp.
You want me to tell them I'm single? It's about to be true. Piece of shit. Go fuck yourself.
That seems pretty real to me.
Small dick anyways.
Did she say he has a small dick? Oh, that's why. That's it. He's insecure that he's with her. Let me guess. They were together before she was famous. They were together before she was famous. He's insecure. He's insecure about his, and she's now pretty much porn star caliber. She's out there competing with like actual adult actresses and stuff. She's doing her OnlyFans. She's on G4 with what's left of it, right? All streamers, I know where she is, need to join forces and do a wellness check. Don't swat the woman. Please don't swat her. If you're more upset about the fact that she has a husband and the fact she said is then this stuff, then you're a literal man-child. I haven't seen anybody upset that she's married. I haven't. I think this just reminds me a lot of like the idols in Japan, the pop idols and stuff. They usually have to keep secret that they're married because it would ruin their business model. It would ruin their grift. It would ruin their viewership. If guys can't think that, that you're bangable, it ruins especially if that's your whole thing is being hot. Like her whole thing is being hot and attractive and pretty and, whatever. She's not really saying a whole lot other than, hey, I have boobs and here's my bikini top and here's a hot tub. So yeah, I get why he'd be afraid that bread and butter, that gravy train would end. Makes total sense to me. So I feel sorry for, I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm going to throw on the end card. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye! I'm not going to be able to keep any of this stream up, probably. I'm sure we demonetized all the crap. Same with K-pop stars. If a butt singer got married, their wife would get hate mail. Yeah. Because like, you only have a certain amount of people who are, like, you're allowed to lust after even. Everything else is like, you have to ship everybody in this day and age. It's an illusion. You're just a viewer. The viewers know that. What do you mean? Who's just a viewer? Yeah, the viewers know. Well, I think that the viewers, a lot of these Twitch streamers sell the fantasy of, oh, you're gonna hook up with the accessible girl next door. Because I think most of us know, oh, we're not gonna snag a celebrity. Your average guy that's in love with Angelina Jolie probably isn't gonna get her. but they might get a Twitch streamer. They might get a YouTuber. Because we're more accessible. We're more like real normal people, even though she's making millions and stuff. Has Mecca been shipped yet? Am I shipped? I don't know. Probably. There's anybody who I would ship myself with is either married or, I don't know, dead. No, I think that's real. That comes off as real. Like, the Frosk stuff came off as such a publicity stunt. This seems real. Oh, do we want me to yell about Bayonetta again? I can yell about Bayonetta again, I suppose. Oh, I hate this. I hate this because it makes me feel icky having to defend her. Because she comes off as so nasty and vindictive. My Twitch female subs are hot tubbers. I'm morally clear. I'm not a hot tubber if you want to sub to me over on Twitch. Or just follow me, please. I don't know. I've been playing games like Terraria and Fall Guys, though. We're playing the Sherlock Holmes game, too. I don't know if we're going to play more of that tonight or later. I normally don't stream this time of night. I normally don't stream after. Usually I'll do a little afternoon one. But this stuff dropped right at the end of Rob's stream. And so I'm like, look at it. I'm watching his, and I'm going through Twitter. I was taking a nap during his because I just got a cold again or something. I feel like crap. Mega were shipped to the UK. There'd be custom duties, right? Ship Larry Zabu. Larry Zabu wants to eat food and food. If he had a dating profile, his hobbies would be food, eating, Cheetos, snackies. And his ideal partner would be somebody who can give them all of their food. Oh, this thing. All right, let me do the Bayonetta article. I hate the Bayonetta article. Because the woman sounds so petty. Everything about this makes me feel icky, and I shouldn't even be reading it. I am Mecca, and whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. Right? Shut up! Wrong button. That button. This is the one. Oh, the Bayonetta article. Oh, this article makes me feel icky. This makes me feel icky, and I don't like it because there's something that stinks to high heaven of this article. So it all started with a little video game called Bayonetta that came out a few years ago, and the voice actress who played it wants to say a few things. Doesn't she? That's not the Tulsi Gabbard thing good. All right. They all look the same, don't they? Oh, Johnny Lawrence is trending. Huzzah. Who are you? Why are you here?
Hello, my name's Helena Taylor, and I am the voice of Bayonetta, and I would like to explain to you why I didn't voice Bayonetta 3.
Because you sound like you've been gargling gravel for 10 years, maybe. Because your voice is hitting the age where you can tell you don't sound the same. That might be my first guess. That would be my first guess.
The Bayonetta franchise made an approximated $450 million.
Irrelevant to what you should be paid, but sure. Let's be petty and jealous.
That's not including merchandise.
You have nothing to do with the merchandise, though. If they sold a t-shirt keep in mind, this is just the English localization voice actress. There's a Japanese voice actress. There's other language voice actresses out there who voice this. So this is just the American one.
As an actor, I trained for a total of 7.5 years.
Well, Lottie freaking da. How good for you. Are you part of SAG? I'm wondering if you're part of the Union of Voice Acting.
3 years at the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art, LAMDA, with voice coach Barbara Barkery, and 4.5 years with the legendary Larry Moss in Los Angeles.
Again, irrelevant, but okay, so you're very well qualified, you're very well educated, and you have the acting chops, I presume. It just your voice is sounding a little rough.
And what did they think this was worth?
Scale. Whatever your contract was. however much you agreed to when you signed the contract for the first 3 games. I'm assuming she probably signed on to just play Bayonetta, and it wasn't based on the game. She probably went in assuming it was a 1 game. I'm making a lot of assumptions here based on, because I know what they offered her, and I know that it was 3 times at least, or is it 4? Scale for 1 character, 1 voice acting gig to voice 1 character in a video game is around $800, give or take, which is what they pay actors, give or take, when they're in SAG, which is the Screen Actors Guild, for their voice work. Kind of crappy, I know, they don't make anything.
What did they offer to pay me?
Scale? $800. Scale.
The final offer.
Oh, so you negotiated back and forth, so more than Scale?
To do the whole game as a buyout, a flat rate.
850. Did they round it up to 1,000 and make you a nice offer and give you a free copy of the game?
Was $4,000 US.
Wow, that's a lot more than Scale. So yay! $4,000. You got triple what Scale. Good on you. Congrats.
This is an insult to me.
Oh, you wanted more money.
The amount of time that I took to work on my talent.
How long are you in the recording booth, though, for 1 game? And I get it that you're in the studio all day having to do the all those little noises and stuff when you're doing that, and it can probably be pretty taxing. And all the Bayonetta voices, sure, or all the lines of dialogue, I get it. That can probably be pretty taxing. So about a week's worth of work.
And everything that I have given to this game and to the fans.
So what does it take? About a week to voice this? I'm guessing. I don't know.
I am asking the fans to boycott this game.
Really? Because they offered you more than... Okay.
And instead, spend the money that you would have spent on this game.
Oh, I wasn't going to buy it. I'm not a fan of Bayonetta. Hi, I'm Neka. I've never played Bayonetta in my life, and I had no plans on buying the game. Joke's on you. So now do I have to buy the game and protest or something now?
Donating it to charity.
No. Oh, you're doing the thing that I do when you make your... Oh, mine are a little higher, though, huh?
I didn't want the world. I didn't ask for too much. I was just asking for a decent, dignified living wage. What they did.
Well, how long does it take you? That's what I want to know. How long does it take you to do the voice acting? Can you answer me that? How long does it take you? And I'll probably go through and add this all in post, because we did pull up how much Scale is, and it was around $800. I'm assuming it's not going to take a whole entire year to do the voice of this video game. Right? I'm assuming that these video games, probably you can crank out all of the dialogue pretty quickly. I mean, William Shatner cranked out his dialogue in... I'm hearing water. What's running water, Rob? Are you running water? Are you running water? Yeah, I'm recording and I'm hearing running water, so... I'm assuming. How long does it take to voice act a whole game, do you know, since you're interrupting? About a week? Maybe a month? Let's say a month. If she's offered $4,000 for a month, that's a pretty good salary. I've never made $4,000 a month in my life. Even on YouTube. And especially on YouTube. If you like the content, please support the channel. For everybody who is, thank you. I'm really appreciative. But please support the channel. Please. I'm not making voice acting on Bayonetta sort of money. And if she's really I don't know how long it takes for her to voice this character. You're not having to get into physical condition for the character. You're not having to do anything other than keep your voice trained, so just stay healthy that way. You're not really having to squeeze into the costume. They're not not motion capturing you for the role, right? Clearly she's not the one that they're motion capturing for the role. So she's not the body model. They got to pay them. They got to pay all the dubs. They got to pay all the Japanese voice cast and the Korean voice cast and however other many languages this is dubbed into. So I don't know.
It was legal, but it was immoral.
Is it legal, but it's immoral? Oh, okay. So they legally offered you that much. Part 2. Oh, there's more?
Now, those of you who follow me on Twitter know that I'm more of a lover than a fighter. And
oh, that's the same thing. That's the exact same.
So, to Kamiya, presidents of Nintendo.
Uh-huh. So this is all to Nintendo people.
For those of you who are interested, I'd like to go into a little more detail about the back and forth. The first thing was I was required to audition again, because sometimes voices change with time.
Oh, she had to audition again. So I didn't know that.
For the role, and obviously passed with flying colours. They then sent me an insulting offer. So I thought, you know what?
This reminds me of when they were gonna bring back Kirstie Alley for Savick, but they offered her such a low amount she was insulted because she was so much more famous by the time the next movie came out. This is why remember when they recast Savick? Rob, come here. I need you. Yeah, remember when they recast Savick was because they didn't offer Kirstie Alley enough money. But by then Kirstie Alley was more famous. I don't know who this woman is. I mean, is it more money than she got previously? I wonder.
What was that?
Okay, so she had to audition again because voices changed, she said.
Okay.
They made her audition again.
Okay.
Okay, you remember when a lot of this though just reminds me of when they recast Savick on Star Trek.
Yeah, it was Kirstie Alley, then it was played by Robin Curtis.
Yeah, and that was because Savick, well, Kirstie Alley wanted too much money. And they made her audition. I don't think they even let her audition again.
The story was that, she wanted too much money, then she said later, oh, well, I didn't want to put up with William Shatner.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why she asked for more money.
I'm going to write to him and ask him for what I'm worth.
Good. Well, good for you.
So I got a friend who...
What do you think you're worth, though?
...has been in business in Japan to write in Japanese to him. I know he read it because I got a reply. I got a reply saying that he values greatly my contribution to the game and that the fans really want me to voice it over. And he...
You can hear her sound old, though.
Yes, I guess. Yes, sound old.
The memory of first meeting me as Bayonetta is a memory I hold dear. So I thought, great, thank God. That was when they offered me $4,000 US. Do you know, Platinum had the cheek to say that I was busy, that they couldn't make it work with Miss Taylor's schedule. Well, I had nothing but time. They now have a new girl voicing her over. And I love actors. I wish her all the joy in the world. I wish her all the jobs, but she has no right to say she is the voice of Bayonetta. I created that voice.
The new voice of Bayonetta. Oh, go away, lady.
She has no right to sign merchandise.
So she's just bitter and petty.
Yeah.
Any more than I have the right to sign as Eva Green, even though I was her parrot on the video game The Golden Compass. That portrayal is hers and hers alone.
Okay, so you're mad that who has these voice actors sign things anyway? Like, I don't get that.
They go to conventions and stuff. I
don't get that. I mean, I guess it's because she's not political enough on her Twitter.
With Jan, don't buy that either.
So she's telling that she's being super petty, saying don't boycott the game, or boycott the game. Don't buy their merch. Don't do anything.
And all other fat cats around the world.
Fat cats?
I would like to quote to you.
Talking to Zabu.
Yeah.
From the greatest moral teacher who ever lived, Jesus Christ, from his...
Oh, shut up.
Okay.
Oh, you lost me, lady.
All right, listen.
I thought Jesus was a little less petty than that. You know, she's like, no, don't support the new people. Don't support the new people. Don't support the new people. Like, are we really supporting this woman? She comes off as so petty. Because, like, I've said stuff like that. I've said petty shit like that, and I lose my viewers. So, which is it? No, really. Like, I've legit said some pretty petty shit, and I've lost viewers for it, and I'm trying to be better than that. You'd think at her age, she would be a little less petty. She would understand. And yeah, okay, it's insulting, but how much work does she really do on it? How long does it take to voice a game? Let me look it up. How long to voice a video game? AAA video game. 2 hours. 2 hours. Oh, there's more than 2 hours. Videos can require a while. Video game voiceover rates, hard to get a handle on. We'll find this out, because I can't see it being more than a month of voice work. I really can't see this being more than like do you think that most people, and I've got it up there wrong, do you think most people, how much does 1 minute of voiceover cost? How much do you get paid? $1 and $5 per 100 words. How to become a video game voice actor? How long does it take? 3 to 5 years to complete.
That's the time to complete a game.
Is voice acting hard? Do voice actors get royalties? Typically only get royalties if it's outlined in their contract. It's something that should be negotiated beforehand. See, she could have negotiated a higher back end, probably. How long I want to know how long does it take to voice record? Well, we'll look it up. How long does it want one person was the worst voice acting? How long to voice a video game? A full video game. There we go. That's too funny. How long to voice a video game? How to be a voice actor. I mean, I just want to know how long are voice actor sessions? 4 hours. Performers are paid for each session. Performers are paid for each additional voice. The 3 included in a 4-hour session. Performers are paid in full for a full session, regardless whether they're actually performing the entire time. Is that helpful? Not really. I can't imagine it takes more than a...
Go down.
Keep going.
No, back up. Back up. We keep a little bit more. For training... actors will be about 3 hours.
Well, that's for people who can talk. I mean, you can talk for that. I can't see a full-on Bayonetta game, though, taking more than a month to voice act. So if she's mad that she's not making $4,000 in a month and isn't getting a whole lot of acting jobs, maybe her voice isn't as sharp and fresh as it used to be. Maybe she's petty and mean and vindictive. Maybe she's not far political enough. I mean, and this is the other thing. I've noticed people kind of expecting people to support this woman and boycott it. She comes off as so petty and so vindictive. And the second she realizes what side of the aisle half the people are on who are supporting her, she's going to be like, oh, I don't want right-wing people supporting my butt. So I guarantee you she's going to do that. I guarantee she's going to be mad at anybody who disagrees with her politically. I guarantee. And she's probably not virtue signaling hard enough on Twitter to figure out if she's which side of the aisle she's on. But she's retweeting, who was it, Salman Rushdie. She's probably pretty far left leaning. So that's one of the things we decided about her. However, there you go. That's one of them. I think that she probably is just a little too demandy, and I think that demanding we boycott a game because you didn't get paid enough, I think that's a little silly and petty and vindictive. I think there's a much classier way to handle it. You could go and say, hey, I was Bayonetta for all these years and they didn't offer me diddly squat to voice it. Please support the game however you see fit, but remember I'm out here. Something a little more humble, a little less bitter, a little less, because when I do bitter, I lose people. But when she does bitter, she doesn't. So I don't know. Maybe it's me. Professional wrestlers don't even make the kind of money she was making. Well, if they want her to make $4,000 for that, I think she probably should have taken it. I am Mecca, and I won't turn down $4,000. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye. All right, that's probably about all I got. Why do you seem like you're on the company side? I'm not on either of their side. I think I'm not buying the game anyway. That's the thing. I mean, yeah, Brandon X. Why do you think that I have to support this bitch? Because she's a petty, vindictive C word. Professional wrestlers. She's not a professional wrestler. She's not a professional wrestler, though. I don't care if I'm supposed to support her. I don't think she's worth more than if she's voicing a character for that little amount of time. Maybe she doesn't deserve that much money. She's not writing the character. She's just voicing it. Yeah, and professional BBC radio is about $250 for a full day. She should go work on the radio. Holy shit! Why didn't she get a radio gig? Maybe her voice isn't that good, and maybe she's an unpleasant C word. That's what I think. I think she's just an unpleasant bitch. Look how petty she is on her Twitter. Boycott this game. Oh, boycott this game. Shut up. Who are you, lady? Yeah. The more I see it, the more I'm like, no. You don't tell me to boycott anything. Because the very I shouldn't support you or over anybody. Because remember, that's one thing I didn't do. I didn't go tell everybody to boycott Midnight's Edge. At least I don't remember doing so. I was probably pretty pissed the first day. But, you know. Just got a notification at the end of the stream. I'm sorry, Hippie Crusher. I'm sorry. So, to sum up, Amouranth is a thing. And we'll probably do some gaming later. We'll probably do some of that. Oh, she's trying to... Here, let's... Yeah, that's the thing. You can be on neither of their side. I'm not on Nintendo's side or on her side. Neither side is good. That's the biggest thing that I want people to take away from my channel is that both sides can be completely wrong. Yeah, it can be wrong that they're only offering her $4,000 for her thing, and that's a really old picture of her, by the way. That's a really old picture of her. It can be bad that they're offering her that, but it's also bad that she's such a petty, vindictive B-word in response to it. She could say, you know what, I'm not voice acting this part because they did not offer me the money that I feel after years of being in this industry I deserve, and, you know, I wish the new voice actress the best. And that's the statement she could have made, and she could have moved on. But, you know, she's like, I am no more signing this thing than you. Yeah, the part where she told people to boycott the game, that's what did it for me. I'm like, oh, I wasn't gonna buy it anyway. That's the other thing. I wasn't gonna buy the game anyway. And I'm still. Oh yeah, the notifications won't go out. I'm still we're doing the tail end. I might wrap here a little bit pretty soon, but what other stuff was happening? House of the Dragon. Oh, we got a new House of the Dragon. Oh, we got a new House of the Dragon. Why is Johnny Lawrence trending? Got new Cobra Kai stuff. The Cobra Kai cast found out which character they really are. Nothing makes me happier than watching the Cobra Kai cast fight over who has the most Johnny Lawrence energy. Okay. Oh, Cobra Kai's so good. You don't know game. Oh, the Bayonetta games. That woman. She voiced Bayonetta. I urge people to boycott this game. Well, you can shove it up your butt, lady. Do you really need more than $4,000 to go... Luckily she did. The voice actor, she stepped and said something. Yeah, but then she told people to boycott it like a bitch. And then she started getting all petty about the new chick, saying she's not Bayonetta. Whoa! She just walked into this room, right? She just walked into this room. All right, you got fired probably because of your nasty attitude, lady. I bet you anything she got fired. So up here she hasn't worked since 2014 on IMDb. Uh-huh. So she was canceled beforehand. There's her Twitter. Helena Taylor. Oh, there's more to it. Does she have an IMDb? She's got a .com. Search Google. She's got a .com. Connect. Oopsie. Shit. Refresh. Oh no. There, am I back? Okay. I hit the wrong button for a second. Yeah, Bayonetta isn't my thing anyway. I can't imagine Bayonetta without your voice. You might have to. Here's her IMDb. Okay, here's her IMDb. There's more to the story. Okay, she was born in 1969 in Hammersmith, London. She's an actress known for Bayonetta 1 and 2. In 2014, The Sweetest Thing, see full bio. We don't need to see her full bio. She was on Stargate Atlantis as a counselor. So she's not a very famous voice actor. So she just does all the Bayonetta stuff. That's her only job. That's really her only job, is a couple of things. She was in Stargate Atlantis. See, now I gotta look. I don't remember her in that. She was in a couple of things. ROD, the series, The Sweetest Thing, The Burning Zone. All right, so she, like, the second you piss somebody off. Do they have an episode of this? No. I want to see what character she played in Stargate. She hasn't voiced anything since the Bayonetta. Okay, so she's counting on that as, oh, they're making a new one. I'm going to eat again. However, that's not necessarily the case. That's not necessarily, like, there's got to be a reason why she hasn't worked on anything else at all, hardly. She's only played Bayonetta, pretty much. She was Seraphina on the Golden Compass, right? I think this is just somebody who maybe didn't make it and is very petty. Wow, I can resonate a lot with this. Because I've been pretty petty about not having, hundred thousands of clicks. How my videos can kind of sit there and get 200 views all day at 60,000 subs because people don't turn on their notifications. I can sit there and be petty and mean and whatever. And at the end of the day, I might not be that good. But what am I going to do? Tell you guys to boycott the channels you do enjoy? That's not going to go over well. That's really not going to go over well. So this is why, like somebody was saying in chat, oh, it looks like you're on the side of the corporation instead of the hers. I'm not on either of their side. I'm not on the side of her because she seems very petty, very mean-spirited, very vindictive, and just not very professional. She comes off as extraordinarily unprofessional. Extraordinarily unprofessional. And I'm not on their side either because they could have just, gone with her and not recast her. They could have said, well, this is what you're getting. You're contracted to this much. And she could have just accepted it. So she could have accepted it and said, you know what? I need a living wage. Well, you know what? If you haven't worked in years, maybe relying on one video game to be your saving grace isn't really the be-all, end-all. So no, I'm not on Nintendo's side and I'm not on her side. Because sometimes there are more than two sides. Sometimes there's a side of, well, screw both of these people. Screw Bayonetta 3 and screw her. Screw them for not paying her enough and screw her for being a mean, petty, vindictive B-word who has a very, very old photo up on her thing, by the way. Extraordinarily old photo. Sounds old in her voice.
As an actor, I trained for a total of 7.5 years.
Yeah, and you would think you would be better than just the 5 little voice acting gigs. Like, if you've trained for 7.5 years and only have 24 credits on your IMDb, maybe that's a you thing. Maybe that's a you problem. Maybe... Here's the thing, voice acting in video games is usually kind of cringe. It's usually not very good. So no, I'm not on her side, and no, I'm not on the video game company's side either. There is not a right side on this. She doesn't deserve any more money. She probably only deserves the $4,000, and you know what? If I got paid $4,000 for probably, a week's worth of work, I would be happy for it. And then I'd be on to the next thing and the next gig. She's an actor, probably working in London, probably doesn't realize that she could just go and audition for Doctor Who and Game of Thrones and every other stupid thing out there. She's of the age where she could be playing a grandmother easily on Game of Thrones. Go be somewhere there. Judas Priest is trending. Why is Judas Priest trending? Oh no. Why is Judas Priest trending? Okay. Oh, Iron Maiden or Judas Priest? Oh, Iron Maiden's a little bit better, but I like them both. Yeah, I'm not on her side and I'm not on their side either. So, she comes off as petty, bitter, vindictive, and I am going back to my live chat. Don't you go anywhere. Yeah, G4 is gone. Oh man, G4, the whole thing burned to the ground. Revenge of the Devil. If I had $4,000, you could buy me a 2012 Ford Focus, right? For crying out loud. This is what gets me. It's like I don't want to be expected to. There's more than two sides. There's not you're either on this side or you're on that side. Sometimes I'm on neither. Sometimes I'm just on my side. Brandon X disagrees. That's okay to disagree. That's okay. So sorry if I seem like I was snapping at you earlier or anybody. But no, I still think that I don't think she deserves that much. I think she should just cut her losses. Because, like, look at it for me. Do I deserve more than 300 views on videos? Probably not. I don't know. Probably not. I'm not making Amouranth money or views. But then again, I'm not giving Amouranth level of content. So, you know, I'm not even in a competition with her. So why would I be jealous of Amouranth or somebody? I'm just pulling that name because it's trending. And we were talking about her today. Holy crap. We were talking about her today. So this stream is probably demonetized. That's all right. I gotta grab some dinner here. It's 7? It's 7 already? How is it 7? Holy crap. We have been live for about 2 hours. So thank you so much for hanging out. Do you guys want to do a game stream maybe? Maybe play some Sherlock Holmes later. Maybe, I don't know if we do it here or over on YouTube. Or what. But, yeah. Thank you guys. She probably deserves 9,000. I think, you know, maybe, yeah, a good even number, like, you know, maybe give her 10 grand just because the voice is iconic, but at the same time, I think people don't realize how little work it takes to do one character for one video game. And if she sees this as the goose that lays the golden egg, that's her bread and butter is being Bayonetta, she can still go and sign autographs as Bayonetta on the first 2 games. She can still go up and charge 100, because that's where her real money lies. That's where the money is the convention. She needs to get her butt on the convention circuit and start really, really working that. And, you know, but now she's like told everybody to boycott the game. So what are they going to do? Bring in their copies of the game that they boycotted? So yes, the very woke Bayonetta video games. Her voice isn't that iconic. When I first heard the man in a voice, I thought the actress who played Agent Carter. When I first heard a man in a voice, I thought it was the actress who played Agent Carter. 10 in New York. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm like the booths aren't cheap. Yeah, those booths aren't cheap probably. I don't know. I don't get them. 7 here in Western Washington. It is 7:13 here in Vegas. I'm probably too sick to go out and do anything. Rob, what are you doing? How's it going? Oh, okay. Rob's editing the G4 video. So I'll have a snipped version of this. So this will probably get unlisted. Because I was a little too yelly. Also. It's like the guy in the Mario movie, like the guy playing Mario should play Mario. I did for a bit until I realized it's going to be really, really annoying just to hear Mamma Mia over and over again. Because he doesn't really have a whole lot of... Like just to hear that voice over and over. Like, it's going to sound more like Chris Pratt. And I think it's going to be okay. But where's my Mario stuff? Is it in this one? Is it here? I have a few of them. That's the wrong one. That's not it either. That would be a little hard to hear constantly. Over and over and over again. See, now I like the other one better. I like this one better. He would have got more money to play the voice of the Mario. I don't think they would have used him, though. Sorry to find Ryan Reynolds' voice really annoying. Ryan Reynolds is annoying. Who did they get? They got Chris Pratt for Mario. Ryan Reynolds, I'm not a fan of. He comes off as so sarcastic. And he's one of those people I can never tell if he's sarcastic on purpose or just is he screwing with people. So I just can't stand. I never could stand him. He never could stand him. But thank you guys so much for it. I really, really appreciate it. I don't deserve you guys. And I think Amouranth is not faking it. I think G4 is gone. It's me, Chris Pratt. I ride with the dinosaur. Sean Mouse. Thank you so much. Rob, you want to do an Italian voice? Well, you got to do this one, and you got to do it loud enough to hear. So Rob might be doing a Sherlock Holmes, Father Guido Sarducci thing. This woman hasn't acted since 2014.
Really?
Yeah. This woman hasn't done a voice acting or any job on anything since 2014. So she was expecting that to be the goose that laid the golden egg, I think. She was expecting to retire off of that.
It's me, Chris Pratt. I ride the dinosaurs. Hey, what's the matter for you, huh?
I had half a piece of pizza like all day, and I'm starving. Hey. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. Robert, do you want to do more Sherlock Holmes tonight, maybe?
Yeah, maybe later.
Maybe later in a bit.
Maybe I'll do some Hitman. I don't know.
I want to see how Sherlock Holmes ends.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
So thank you so much. We're playing the Sherlock Holmes and the Devil's Daughter. Rob's actually taking more of the helm on that one. Oh, Magic Mushrooms. That. See, I do too. I just got strawberry cough in my vape pen. That's THC. If anyone wants to contribute to that, I accept cash and stuff. That's a sativa strain. I shouldn't be smoking that on. Well, it's vaping. Anybody vapes on stream. Everybody vapes on stream anymore. I don't care. I am Mecca, and thank you so much. And I have unpopular opinions. So see you guys later. Bye.